Hi Tera fans, this is Tera Solo Gamer. In this video I was going through and looking for ways to get experience points for Adventure XP. Okay, some of you may be going for the special feat. Go into our menu, character, feats. Under progression, level, and there's a particular feat called Not Anymore, which you would complete if you achieve adventure level 60, and it provides you with the title Maniac. And that particular title, if we go to rewards, right there, it gives you a boost by increasing your attack speed by 1.2%. And it is one of the shiny gold titles that you receive for getting to any of those items to level 60 that I showed you in this menu. Now, I already have a video out there to achieve hunting level 60. 5 of my characters have a hunting level 60, and they have the Alpha Go title, the shiny gold Alpha Go title. And I have a video for life level, getting to level 60. Which gives you the loose cannon title, which is another shiny gold title because you achieved one of these levels to 60. And I have 6 characters that have that title. And for hunting level 60, I show you in the video how I've gotten 5 of my characters to that level 60 in about 3 weeks each. For life level 60, I show you how I typically do it over a weekend if we have an enchanting event going on. And in that particular video, I actually get 3 of my characters to life level 60 in 5 days at the same time during a Stormcry enchanting event. Now, I have never gotten any of my characters to adventure level 60, but I've never tried before. And I hadn't planned on doing an adventure level 60 video for the Maniac title, shiny gold title, simply because I haven't done it. Because all my videos that I have done before, I'm always showing you things that I have already done, and I know how to do them. Now, for the hunting and life level videos, I explain in detail how to figure out for certain activities that you can do for those, what the point values are going to be for the XP, so that you can determine for yourself what your best path is to get to those level 60s. And of course, I made my own recommendations for how I do mine, but of course it's a game. It's your game. You should be having fun in it. So to me, it's more important to show you how you can figure out what the XP values are for the particular kind of level you're going for, so that you can figure out your own activities that you want to do on a regular basis until you hit that level of 60. So that you can enjoy the game, because that's what games are all about. Now, when it comes to adventure level 60, again, I've never actually gotten a character, but one of my YouTube viewers, Dana Dunn, posted on one of my other videos asking me to do a video for getting to adventure level 60. So I thought to myself, okay, I haven't even tried that yet. Might be fun. Let's check it out. So I'm adding this little video to the front of the main video, just to let everyone know I did not get to life level or adventure level 60 with a character yet, because you'll see later on in the main video that all of the different things that I try, because if you see right here, the adventure leveling box on your right, it shows you the XP sources. Now, of course, none of these levels tell you how much XP you're going to get for them. And in the video, you'll see how you can get buffs to increase the amount of XP you're getting, and I apply a couple of buffs that I'm using to increase the amount of adventure XP I'm getting. And then I'll go through the XP sources over there where I tried a few certain quests. I've tried different level of mainline red quests to show you the differences in point values there, and did a World Event Guardian mission. I can't do festival achievements right now because there's no festivals going on. If you happen to be a festival pops up, go ahead and give it a try and use the methods I'll show you in the video. for calculating what the point values are towards adventure XP, so you know which things you want to do over. And the reputation achievements, I did a few of those in this video to show you those kind of point values. My personal assessment of the adventure leveling system, I personally did not find any activities that I attempted in this video. And it took a few hours doing this video, going around doing different things. Most of it's going to have to be cut, obviously, because I can't do like 4 hours or so video for this. I actually started with this character already adventure level 24 and partway through adventure level 24. And after a few hours of focusing on those things that supposedly give me adventure XP, which they do, but only small amounts, you can see I have only made it a little bit into adventure level 25. I'm at 14% now on my adventure 25. In my personal assessment, I was not able to find a way that is going to fast track me to adventure level 60, like I can get hunting level within 3 weeks and I can get life level over a weekend. So this video, I will give you tips on some of the available XP sources, what you can do to gain experience points for your adventure level, and explain again how to tailor your own gaming methods for, how you want to put things in your rotation and work towards your adventure level 60. Unfortunately, I will not be showing you in this video how I made it to adventure level 60, because I have not. Now, this is the warrior who I decided to work on for this one to try to figure out XP, because she does not yet have any shiny gold titles. I'll probably end up giving her life level shiny gold title, because I only have my top 13 characters are one of each class. Currently 11 of them have shiny gold titles. She's one of the 2 who does not yet have a shiny gold title. I'm probably going to go ahead and give her a life level 60 pretty soon here, because from what I can tell, getting to adventure level 60 would probably take me several months of grinding, which is way beyond the scope of this particular video that I am doing. I'm not planning on spending the next few months trying to get that. Now, if I do happen to get one of my characters close to adventure level 60, then I'll probably do a little video showing you, hey, here I am, and then let you see me pop it. Just like in the hunting level 60, you get to see me pop the achievement or the title. In life level 60, you get to see me pop the title for that for 3 separate characters at the same time, just working over a period of 5 days. And again, the hunting levels, I normally do each character in about 3 weeks. To me, if you are just going for any shiny gold title, life level is by far the quickest and easiest one to do to get to level 60. And I do have a video out there for that. And I would say the next easiest would be hunting level 60. I have a video out for that. Normally takes my characters about 3 weeks each. But again, in each of these videos, I show you how to calculate your XP values so that you know which kind of things you want to do for fun. So even if you take a month, 2, 3, however, even if you don't care if you take a year, at least I explain to you the steps for how to set up your path to work towards those levels. And I do set up all that for you in this video and show you how to calculate the XP values so that you know which things to go through. But unfortunately, I can't show you actually giving that title to one of my characters, because again, from what I'm seeing, it would probably take me several months to get to adventure level 60, so I'm not going to do that for this video. Player versus player, I have never done in any games, because the whole thought of it just bores and annoys me. I have no interest in PvP levels. I'm a solo player. I don't care about playing against other players. I just want to play against the game. After a long, hard day at work, I have a serious career, I just want to relax and enjoy myself and forget about all my responsibilities and stresses and stuff from work and from real life, So you will never see me do a video about getting to PvP level 60, because I don't know anything about PvP. I don't do it. Which is one of the nice things about Tera. If you've never played Tera, there is no forced PvP in this game at all, in case you're concerned about that. don't have to worry about it. There are, if you do like that PvP stuff, you can challenge people to duels, and if they accept, you can duel them. They do have special PvP events and special PvP dungeons where you go up against like other groups of players. I think they have like a 2x2 or a 3x3 and some bigger stuff. Whatever. I don't pay that much attention to it. Now, the main character I used for this testing and to show you how to get XP values was my warrior here. Again, she doesn't have any shiny gold title yet, so I wanted to use her. I also used my brawler in this video at the very end. My brawler is my main character. I have been playing her for a few years. These special level things here, these four, they just started this maybe a year or so ago, I think a little over a year. And by that time, she had already done all the red main storyline quests, probably all the side quests, or she may have done them after this started, I'm not sure. But you can see she's only adventure level 32. And out of my top 13 characters, one of each class, which are the ones I mainly focus on, I believe that she has the highest adventure level of any of them, because again, she's done a lot more in the game than any others, because she's my main. But she's barely more than halfway there to 60. Again, I've been playing her for a few years, and ever since they started this leveling thing, probably a little over a year ago for these four items, I play her much more than I do any of my others. And she's only adventure level 32. And just to show you, under the main story quests, I have done every single red mainline story quest that's available, or that exists, except for Grotto of Lost Souls, which, one thing, I'm a solo player. I don't do multiplayer dungeons. I have no interest in them, so I'll never do that one. But they also recently took that one out of the game, so it would be impossible for me to do now anyway. It doesn't even exist in the game. Tera actually needs to go ahead and remove this from the quests, because you can't even complete the quest, so there's no purpose for it being there. If I go to my map, there we go. Here's a map of the entire world. Now, when you have this map up, you can see what quests are available out there in the world. And as you can see, all I have available are a bunch of the green quests. Those are daily reputation quests by different factions that you can go to. I cover those in the video, and I give you a couple examples so you can see some of the point values that you can get for doing those. I do recommend, if you are working on adventure level 60, that you do go and do at least some of these on a daily basis or weekly, or however often you get to actually play on your console. I started to say Xbox, but some of you may be PlayStation players as well. Either way. So I do recommend those. But as you can see, I have no yellow secondary quests even available, because she has gone through and done every single one of them in the game. And she's done every single red main one in the game, except for that one dungeon, which doesn't even exist in the game anymore. So as far as getting adventure levels for any of those at this point, she can't, because she's done them all. And again, she's only adventure level 32. So I'm not going to attempt to get one of my characters to adventure level 60, because I have no idea how long it will take me. My assessment is it would probably take me at least a couple of months or so to do that. Which, again, for this video, I am not going to spend the next couple of months trying to get to adventure level 60 when I've never done it before. And from the point values that I see in this video, from the testing I've done over the past few hours, they're very low point values compared to things I was doing for my hunting levels and for my life levels, which I can get very quickly. So if you want to go for adventure level 60, go for it, because if you really want that particular title with that particular buff or whatever, go for it, no problem. In that case, continue watching the video and you can see all the tips I give and how to calculate your XP values for adventure XP for different activities that you can do, which are based on the XP source list to the right of the screen there. Now, if you really just wanted to see someone pop an adventure level 60 because that'd be cool or whatever, you may as well just stop watching the video now, because that's not happening. Unfortunately, that takes entirely too long as far as I can tell. Now, again, she had done probably all the red story quests, probably most of the yellow quests, before they even started with these levels. So how much or how little adventure level credit they gave her for all the quests that she had already completed, I have no idea, because I wasn't paying attention to this sort of thing when it first came out, because I didn't even know it was there until it had already been out for a while. So when you see later in the video the point values, my assessment is the red main storyline quests seem to give you more points than most of the other things you can do to achieve adventure level XP. So if you are starting out with a brand new character and you can apply the buffs to them, it may actually be possible to just go through and do all the quests and then start doing the reputation quests when you've completed all the red and yellow quests. You may be able to power through it in a month or two. I honestly don't know, because again, I've never done it. And at this point, all my characters are level 65, so, you know, a lot of the quests are no longer available to them. In the future, someday, when I get ready to do a video for all the quests in the game, I may actually buff up that person for adventure levels and hunting levels and life levels, just to see how they do going from start to finish in the quest lines. And then I'll make an assessment. I may do a special little update to the video if I find out I actually can get to adventure level 60 quickly by doing it that way. That would, I think, be your best bet, because at least then you would have all of the main red line quests and all the yellow quests available to you. But again, I showed you on the map. There aren't, and I showed you in the quest tracker, there are no red quests left for her to do. There are no yellow quests left for her to do. She's done them all. She has done a lot of the reputation quests. In the video, I will probably keep at least a small piece of it in there, where you can go to a guy in Velika where you can get a special big cat for a riding mount. But to get that big cat, you have to do a whole lot of reputation quests with different factions to get this big cat. Well, she has the big cat. So the only way she got it was by doing a whole lot of reputation quests on top of all the mainline red quests and the yellow quests in the game. And again, I've been playing her for a few years. She's adventure level 32. So how much time and effort it would take to get to adventure level 60, I do not know for sure. So this video will show you tips on how to calculate your own XP values for the different activities you can do to get XP for adventure level, and talk about how you can tailor your own game towards working towards higher level adventure. Unfortunately, again, I cannot get to adventure level 60 right now, because I have a feeling it would take me a few months to do it. I was not able to personally find enough point value activities that show me that there is a way to fast track this, to do it like I get it in a weekend for life level 60, or I get it in about 3 weeks for each of my characters for hunting level 60. I do not see a way to fast track the adventure level. So that's my personal assessment, my personal synopsis. But again, if you really want that title, I'm not trying to discourage you from going for it. I'm just telling you, it may take you a little while. You may be working on it for a few months, or you may find a way to fast track it. If you have done the adventure level 60 in a month or two, drop a comment down in the comment section and let everyone know how you did it. Because I would love for my viewers to see how you did it. You know, you can give some extra tips or whatever if you personally achieved adventure level 60. Again, none of my characters have adventure level 60, and I'm not sure if they ever will, because I was not able to find a way to fast track it. So if you were looking to see someone actually achieve adventure level 60, you may as well stop watching the video now. But if you just want to see how to calculate your own adventure level XP for each of the different activities you can do, so you can tailor your own game for figuring out what kind of things you want to do on a daily basis, a weekly basis, or however often you actually get to play the game, well then, please continue to enjoy the rest of the video. I'm going to use my warrior, who is one of my newest characters. Haven't really done much with. As you can see, she only has a grand total of 50 hours of playtime. A lot of that was just, getting her leveled up, getting her through the Apex quest, doing things like that. She has not done many of the quests because she was one of those people I decided to speed level. Let me just kill the chat thing there, because that can be very annoying. A lot of children in there acting stupid most of the time, so I usually turn it off. Now, I hadn't really planned on going for adventure level 60, but one of my subscribers, Dana Dunn, put a public question out there asking if I could do a video for adventure level 60, because I already have a video out there for how to quickly get to life level 60, where I showed you how I normally get a character to life level 60 for their shiny gold title over a course of a weekend. And in the video itself, I actually showed you that I was getting 3 of my characters at the same time to level 60 over a course of 5 days. I would say right now, as far as I know, life level 60 is the quickest, easiest way if you really want a shiny gold title. Now, my other 5 characters, well, I have 6 with the life level 60 loose cannon title. 5 of them have the level 60 hunting title, Alpha Go. I'm sitting here trying to remember all these title names and I'm forgetting and getting mixed up, but it's Alpha Go, hunting level 60. And I show you how I got each of those 5 characters about 3 weeks each. That one takes some grinding. A little bit of work, a little bit of time, but I show you how I do it normally in 3 weeks for each character. And in each of those videos, I also showed you how you can watch your own scores and check all the different types of activities you can do to figure out for yourself what's actually the best route for you to try to get to level 60 on any of these. And I'm going to be using basically the same format for the adventure level 60, but the big difference this time is that I have personally never gotten a character to adventure level 60. I haven't really even tried adventure level 60 yet, so it's going to be kind of fun and interesting for me because I'm going to be figuring this out as I'm showing it to you. But again, I'm going to use the same format that I did for the other level 60s. And hopefully I can get her to level 60, because right now she is adventure level 24. Now, it happens to be Friday evening after work on February 25th. I'm probably only going to be able to do a couple hours this evening before I'm going to get tired and want to go to bed, eat some dinner, do whatever. But then I got Saturday and Sunday to work on it. So I'm going to try to push, see what I can do in the next couple of days. By the time I get to that point, I'm either going to decide it takes way too much time and effort and I'm going to give you what facts I have at that point, or I'm going to keep pushing to level 60 and we'll just see how long it takes me. It might be next week, the week after, something like that. I don't know. This is, like I said, this is brand new territory for me, so we're both learning at the same time. I'm learning, you're learning. We'll figure this thing out. And again, I'm going to use the same sort of format as before. I'm going to go through adventure levels, which I have highlighted here. Let me go back. All right, I'm in my main menu. Okay, for those of you who don't know, if you're on Xbox, in the middle, you got the 2 tiny buttons under your X. You got the one on the left, you got the one on the right. The one on the right looks like a hamburger. It's just got 3 lines. It's like a bun on the top and the bottom and a hamburger patty in the middle. I don't know what that button's called, but it's a tiny button with the 3 lines. If you're on PlayStation, you have to figure out the buttons. I don't know PlayStation buttons. So I click that. That takes me to my main menu. I'm under Character. I go to Info. The very first tab is for level. And it's these 4 special leveling things here. And it also shows at the top, if you're level 20 or whatever, it'll show you up there your level and what you need to do to get to the next level. Because I'm already level 65, which is the maximum level in Tera console, it doesn't show me anything about progression towards my next level, simply because there is no next level. But our concern is adventure level. And as you can see, she's currently 24. 20-something is fairly typical for like Adventure in Life and some stuff. After you've gotten to level 65 just through normal whatevers, stuff that you do. Now, again, I did speed leveling with her, hunting bands and stuff like that. So she hasn't done many of the quests. And when it comes to the adventure levels, as you can see up there on the right, for adventure level, your XP sources for that are mission quests, which I should still have plenty of available to try to see what kind of points we get. Normal quests, again, I should have plenty of those. Daily quests, I probably won't be doing many of those, and I'll show you why. Guardian missions, which are really cool when you're already level 65. Echo Arcana, which I'm surprised that's listed on its own. We're definitely going to check that one out first, actually. That's why I came to Highwatch first. Adventure achievements, quest achievements. We've got plenty of quests we should be able to do. Festival achievements. There's no festival going on at the moment, so unfortunately I won't be able to test any festival achievements. Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to test any of the festival achievements. And reputation achievements, which we will definitely be testing some of those. Because I'm really curious, again, what some of those are going to give me for points. I have my pen and paper handy as usual, and if any of you have seen my life level 60 video and my hunting level 60 video, you know why I keep pen and paper handy when I haven't done certain activities yet, because I like to figure out exactly how I get points. Alright, and we'll go straight into the point process, because I'm going to do my own testing. I'm going to show you what I think works best. But I'm also going to show you how you can determine from each activity that you may want to try to get extra adventure levels, so you can figure out how many points you get each time you do it, so that you can decide for yourself what combination of things you want to do that are fun for you to work towards that adventure level 60. Because you may not be in a big hurry. You may be like, I'll take a month, I'll take 6 months, I'll take 2 years. I don't even care. But at least you'll know what kind of activities you can do to continue to work towards that adventure level 60 if that is what you intentionally or eventually plan to do. Now, right now you see we are currently adventure level 24. We have 2,225 points. Out of a grand total of 7,059 points. Okay, that number on the right, 7,059 points. That tells you once you hit adventure level 24, you got to level 24 and you have 0 extra points for that level. That's how many points on that right, 7,059, is the grand total it takes to get from adventure level 24 with no XP to hit adventure level 25. And we are currently 2,225 points towards that 7,059 points that we need total to get to 25. Now you notice at the right of that little adventure bar, there's also a percentage, 31.6. So we're actually 31.6% of the way to get into adventure level 25 from the beginning of adventure level 24. Even though that little colored bar looks like it's like 80-some%, ignore the little colored bar. It's never accurate. Even if you look down at life level where it says you're 19.6%, but the bar looks more like you're at 50%. Hunting level, we're at 85%, even though it looks like we're already at 100%. Ignore the little colored bars on these level things because they are not accurate at all. But you can go by 2,225 out of 7,059. That's accurate. Or you can go by the 31.6%. So when you're doing these different kind of things, I personally recommend going by how many actual XP or experience points it takes and how much each activity gives you. Because the 31.6%, that's fine and dandy if you want to do certain activities and tell yourself, okay, I went up this many percent. I went up this many percent for this one. I went up this many percent for that one. That's okay if you're still going from 24 to 25. But once you hit level 25 and you're shooting for 26, it's going to take you more overall XP. As the more levels you go up, the more XP it takes to get to the next level. So the amount of XP you get from each activity will remain the same as far as the pure number. But the percentage will be different. because even though you'll get, say, 100 XP each time you do a particular activity, and that'll give you, what, let's say 700. Okay, so 700 points for a particular activity would give you right about 10% on adventure level 24 going towards 25. But then say you get to 25 and you're going for 26, say it takes you 8,000 for that whole progress bar. I'm just making up numbers here, but just to illustrate. Well, that 700 points is no longer 10%. Now it may be, what, 8%? Something like that. So you're going to have trouble tracking it if you go by the percentage thing. I mean, if you want to try the percentage thing, go ahead. But again, that's only going to be good for each level that you're going up. Again, the pure points, I personally like to track better. And as I've explained in other videos, with my work for many years, I've worked with spreadsheets, data sets, database analysis, all kind of computerized systems. So the method I use to figure out how I want to proceed works for me, because for me it's a natural way of doing it. You may figure out your own way. So this is how I do it, and I'm showing you how I do it so that you can see not only what I end up recommending to be the best route, but also for you to be able to play and figure out for yourself what the best kind of activities or missions are that you want to do to continue working towards that level 60. Okay, so we've already written down our numbers there. Boom. Neato. We are in High Watch. Now, we saw that Echo Arcana was specifically listed on its own. And you can see right here, we have an Echo Arcana Curator. Well, looky yonder. Ain't that convenient? You can see on the map, upper right-hand corner, where I happen to be in High Watch. And any of you who are already level 65, been playing a while, I'm sure you're quite familiar with Echo Arcana, especially if you used to play a long time ago when you used to get certain in-game gear through that. That's a whole different video, though. So we're going to walk up to my Echo Arcana Curator. Hello, Echo Arcana Curator. And he talks about the Echo Arcana. And we can view the Echo Arcana list. And you can see on the left, it's actually echoes of Aranea when you get into this part. You know, some stuff says Arcana. See, you can view the Echo Arcana list. And then you get into Echoes of Aranea. So the name kind of sort of changes a little bit. It's kind of weird. It used to throw me off a little bit, but there it is. Whatever. Now, you can see on the left-hand side, you have a max entry count of 2. I have elite gold status. I'm not quite sure if having elite gives me 2 and not having elite you would only have 1. Some dungeons are like that. I don't know, but I get 2. It'll tell you how many max entry counts you get per day. That's per day. It resets each day. And it looks like this character has not yet even been in Echo Arcana because she is not completed. So while we're doing this, I'm also going to show you the Echo Arcana thing. But before we go in there, I almost forgot the most important thing. The buffs or boosts to get adventure level experience points so you can do it more quickly. First, I'll show you my elite status. I have gold. And okay, here we go. Additional contents level XP 50% for elite gold. You get an additional 50% for PvP, adventure, hunting, or life experience points. Of course, we're going for adventure experience points. We're going to get an extra 50% just by having elite gold. If you don't have elite gold, well, the process will still be exactly the same. It'll just take you a little bit longer. You don't have to buy elite gold to be able to do what we're going to do. And I'm going to flip quickly because I don't believe you get any buff if you have silver status. Nope, did not see it. Look again real quick. Blah, blah, blah. Nope. That's item XP, which is different. Nope. And if you haven't had bronze, you definitely don't get it. They don't sell bronze in the store anymore, but if you're like me and you saw the announcement that they were going to quit selling it in the store, on my alternate gamer tags, I went to each of them and stocked up on a whole bunch of the bronzes. So you may still have bronze, but it won't give you a buff or a boost or whatever you want to call it. Elite gold, there's your boost. Now, the other thing you can do for a boost is go into the Tera store. Ta-da. And I believe it is under consumables. And they have a contents level booster 7 days package. You will get all 4 of these for PvP XP, Adventure XP, Hunting XP, and Living XP. And your XP is going to be increased by 2 times for any of those that you're doing. And the one we're talking about right now is Adventure level 60 that we're shooting for. So that would be the second one on there, the Adventurer's Brave 2. Now this is where you can purchase it if you want. Again, you don't have to spend any money at all. You can still use the same exact process we're going to go through. It's just going to take you a little bit longer to actually get to level 60. You know, so as long as you're not in a big hurry, don't worry about it. Now, sometimes in the game, those boosts will occasionally be special drops from special events. Maybe hunting certain things. You know, sometimes we give you extra drops. At the moment, we have an accumulated daily login event. And now this is not for adventure, but just to demonstrate, on day 21, we will be getting a Hunter's Experience 1 boost. Now the Tera store was Experience 2, which gave us 2 times on our experience points. Now, even though this, if you happen to be going for hunting level 60 on day 21 of the current daily login event we're doing, you'll get an Experience 1 for Hunters, which will increase your experience gain by 1.5. So you'll get an extra 50% for that. Which, this one is for Hunters, but that's just to demonstrate that sometimes in the game, they do drop special XP boosts. Now, because, I actually should have gone to my banker first. Hello, banker. Now, as I already mentioned, I have 5 characters with Hunter level 60 or Alpha Go title, and I have 6 characters with Life level 60 or Loose Cannon Gold Shiny title. So I had bought a lot of those packages that I was showing you, but I wasn't actually using the Adventurer boost. We've been getting a lot of crazy drops for a lot of stuff lately, so I've been stacking up on a lot of stuff. Alright, so I actually have 12 extra Adventurer Brave 2 that are good for 7 days once you pop it, sitting in my bank. So I'm going to grab one. Because again, I bought those packets that give you all 4 of them in my bank, or from the Tera store, and dropped all the extras in my bank because I've only been doing Hunter level 60 and Life level 60. So I have a bunch of extras having to store up. And I'm going to try for Adventure level 60. So I want to use this Adventurer's Brave 2. And again, it tells you right there, my XP is going to be increased by 2 times. So that's just an extra buff you can use to get there a little more quickly. Again, you don't actually have to buy anything. It'll just take you a little bit longer if you don't buy the extra buffs for it. Don't really need them. It's just if you're lazy like me and you want to get it done more quickly, hey, go ahead and buy them. All right, now we can go back to the Echo Arcana guy, or Echo Aranea, whatever you want to call it. And, okay, down at the bottom, enter Echo, hit the Y button. I haven't actually been in here in quite a while, because all my characters are 65, been there for a while, and once you're there, hey, you don't really need it. Okay, first I'm going to interact with them. Okay. Alright, there's my little team I was with. Go follow them. Now I'll bust open this little chesty thing. Pick up a few little cheap minor drops that are pretty common stuff. Okay, and now I want to interact with this thing. I'll let you read it for yourself. I'm not going to read it to you. And there are more memories to restore. Alright, now you can see I also completed a Vanguard request, because one of the Vanguard requests is castles of Aranea, or whatever thing you want to use. What is this? Oh, that was just for the hunting level increase. So good, so let me grab it. Alright, now go to the exit. because I have completed that part. And you can see the big red asterisk over his head, so let's talk to him. Echo Castle Aranea. And there's some little rewards for me there. I was thinking there was a second guy here, maybe not. Or maybe that was something that used to be and is no longer. I don't know. Wait a minute. No, I don't need to interact with that. But the whole point, we have completed an activity that is listed that gives us adventure level experience points. Before we went in there, we had 2,225 adventure experience points with Elite Gold and with the adventure level 2 times boost. We now have 2,475 points. And if I subtract the 2,225 points we had before we went in there, we actually got a grand total of 250 points for that dungeon. And that included getting a few feats and stuff. I don't know if without the feats we would have gotten less points. But to be honest, I don't think 250 points is a whole lot of points. But it's going to take a lot of time of doing it to get to over 7,000. Whether you think that's whether or not, that's up to you. But that would take a whole lot to get to 7,000. In fact, we would have to do it 28 times just for that one level. I don't know if I'm happy about it, but if that's something you really want to do, considering you can only do it twice a day, if nothing else, it is definitely, it doesn't take long. You can do it twice a day and then go do other stuff as well. So, but it's up to you. Again, I'm teaching you how to figure out the point values of each activity so you can decide for yourself what your roadmap is to get yourself to adventure level 60, no matter how long you plan on taking to get there. Up to you. Right now, I'm looking at the list on the right of the different activities for XP source. Okay. I was thinking about, I think we'll do repetition achievements first, but first I'm going to show you. They mentioned mission quest, normal quest, daily quest. And I already told you I'm not doing daily quest. And here's why. Under your daily quests, right now the only thing she has available are 2 dungeons that are 5-person dungeons. I am a solo gamer. I don't do multiplayer dungeons. If you want to go do multiplayer dungeons, use the same mathematical method that I use to figure out how many points you get for that for your adventure level. Before you go into the dungeon, you check and see how many adventure level experience points you currently have. Once you finish the dungeon, you see how many adventure level points that you have now. Subtract the 2 and you'll know how many points that gives you, and you can decide for yourself if you want to keep doing that dungeon frequently or not to work towards your adventure level. And bear in mind, if you're adventure level 25, for example, you want to write down how many adventure XP you have, but you also want to write down what the max is to pop 25. Because if you're in that dungeon and you finish it and you come out and you find that you're level 25, then you're not going to have any clue how many XP that thing was worth unless you wrote down how many you needed to max out 24. Because in that kind of case, you're going to want to take, in this case, adventure level 24, you needed a max of 7,059 to get to the next level. So if you pop level 25, what you would do at that point is subtract your 2475 from your 7059. That'll tell you how many experience points you got to get to level 25. And then say you're level 25 and you have 100 XP. Then you would add that extra 100 XP to that number you just got, and that will give you your total for how many total XP that dungeon was worth that you just completed. Okay, that's how we do the math for all of these. That's how I did it for the life level video, if you've seen that. That's how I did it for the hunting level video, if you've seen that. And that's how you can figure out for each activity that you're trying, which ones work best for you that you want to continue doing on a continual basis until you get that adventure level 60. Okay, that's the primary basis for how we go about figuring these things out. Okay, now I do want to go next for reputation achievements because I really want to show you something that I think is cool that I did for my brawler. Nothing to do with these leveling things, so it was because I just wanted it. So I'm going to go to Velika. I have elite status, so I can fast travel like this. If you don't have elite status, then you can just take a Pegasus to Velika. Because there's someone there that I want to see. And it ties directly into the reputation levels. Why does my zoom look crazy? Alright. I'm zoomed out as far as I can get. Looks like, okay, now it's zooming out a little. I guess it was just too close there. Okay. I like being able to see a lot of the area around me, so I like being zoomed out. I don't like being zoomed in too much. I'm going to go this way. There's different ways you can get there. I'm going this way. Once we get there, you can look on the map and see where we are and figure out for yourself how you want to get there. There are some fishing guys there. If you saw my fishing video where there's one place to go find some of them to get supplies and whatever. Fishing video, I not only show you how to actually land a fish, but I also show you all the different fishing quests and do all of those for you. Now look where I am on the map. This is where I am. Hello. I'm looking for this guy here, Thaman. And look at that pretty sable saber tooth. That's so pretty. I like the saber tooth. Now, he's asking if I like the cat. I also had these funny little creatures. Go over with me. Tiny brains with their sharp. A little training, and they can snatch items from the packs of unsuspecting strangers. Not that I promote such things. They can be very useful. Too bad they smell awful. I see your nose twitching. It's not me. I swear. Okay, now he has all these little secondary quests. These particular secondary quests all happen to be reputation type quests. And alright, these are the rewards I'll get for this one, and I'm going to accept it. The rewards I'll get for this one, I'm going to accept it. The rewards I'll get for this one, I'm going to accept it. This one, I'm going to accept it. This one, going to accept it. Now that we have question marks, that just means we've already accepted it, but we haven't completed them yet. This is where we come back once we've completed the individual tasks necessary. But now we accepted all those quests. We can go to our quest log. Blah, 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 blah. What? Oh, there we go. Under Velika. Alright. Velika. Grizzly Steaks. Is it Imbolesco? I think Imbolesco is the one I want. I think it's the one I'm thinking of. I hope. But to get this particular one, I have to get a Tera Grizzly Steak. Oh, it says Tera, and I think that's where I need to go. Yep. Val Tera, I'm going to go to Pathfinder Post. Now, you see the black, whatever it is there, black saber-tooth. I saw someone mentioning either in the Discord or somewhere that if you create a new character, that is no longer a black saber-tooth. It's now like a tiger or something. I'm going to test that later. I'm going to delete one of my extra characters and create a new one and go there and see if it's a different kind of cat now. Because someone had mentioned it's, but since I already had this character created, that's still a black saber-tooth or whatever. Alright, so I'm here at Pathfinder Post. I'm going this. My zoom does not look... why does it keep doing that? Okay. Is it this guy? And I'm looking for this Imbolesco merchant.
Can I help you?
Okay, and to get a Tera Grizzly Steak, I would need 1,500 Invalesco credits. Currently has 60, so apparently I've done a little bit here already. This is what I need to get to complete that one subquest. I have to end up eventually completing all the subquests if I want to get the cat as a riding mount. But right now, what I'm worried about is Turkai Grizzly Stakes for Invalesco credits. Now, the thing I like about the Invalesco credits is I can hunt pretty much anything in the area. Let's see if there's a good place to go. Nah, I don't want to go there. Tough field-based tenacity. See if we have some hunting stuff there. I may have to go to a different region because I think, or maybe mixing it up with another thing. I'm not worried about him. I don't think these are Invalesco. Yeah, these are not reputation. Those are different. We'll get to those kind of things later. I just want to find something to kill because I want to see, because I think I'm mixing it up with the Valsekirs. Yeah. It's the Valsekirs that have the hunting ones. That's the one I actually wanted to start with. We'll come back to these guys. But I actually want to show you the Valsekir hunting first, which I think, getting confused about where I need to go. Is it Canstria? I think Canstria is where the Valsekir is. Because I really want to try the Valsekir first to see how quickly we can rack up points. Alright, now I'm acquainted with Valsekir hunt because I showed up here. And because we are going for reputation credits, I didn't mention it before, so let me show you now. If you look on the map where just look at the person I'm going to. When you see that funny symbol right there that looks like Celtic knotwork, that is some sort of a reputation person. Now, in this case, we're looking at a Valsekir hunt merchant, but any place you go to that has one of the reputation type guys, which you can actually find under your character in your menu, under info. All right, same place we went to look at our levels. Oh, I actually got where did I get the extra 300 points? I've actually gone up a few points. I don't know where I got those from. It might have been from where we were at the other place. I don't know. Or it could be because now we're associated or familiar with these guys. I don't know where those extra points came from. But if you go here, reputation. These are the different, I don't know what they are, factions or whatever, where you can get reputation credits. And of course, we'll also be going to the Vanguard Initiative, checking that out. That'll be an easy one. But I wanted to show you this one first because I want to eventually shoot for that cat, but it takes quite a bit of grinding. All right. Valsekir hunt, right now we're ranked 8, suspicious. They don't trust us yet because we haven't done anything for them yet. And I want to, and there are feats associated with these things where if you go to certain levels, let's see. I'm not going to spend a lot of time in here because I've shown you the thing before. Blah, 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 blah. Special. Reputation, that's what I'm looking for. Under special. Under feats, special, reputation. Here you can see some of these things. Like you can get a feat if you get 3,000 Jack's Trust credits. This is one of those multiple ones where if you get those multiple feats, then you'll get some money to go along with it. This one, you get a special pet. I don't know what Agnator is. That's one I remember looking for that I'm like, I don't even know what that is. If you get 20,000 Guardian Legion credits, you get a feat. Max out your Guardian Legion credits, you get a feat. Purchase a Guardian Legion reward box with Guardian Legion credits, you get a feat. So these are your feats for reputation, which should also give you a few adventure level XP if you get one. And that may be where those extra XP come from. I didn't know where they came from. If you get to Revered with Jack's Trust, you get a 5% discount from Orlane and Cutthroat Harbor, and you get a family member title. So there's feats here you can also get from the reputation stuff. Those should also give you a few extra XP when you earn each of them. But let me talk to the hunt merchant here. Cow Harness is one of the items. It's going to cost us 3,500 credits. And that was under our quest log, zone quest, Velika. You can see the cow harness is one of those things we'll need to get one of these secondary quests done here. What is this thing that popped up? Oh, making contact. Let's go ahead and do that. Whenever you first come into the place that we just went, Canstria. I normally go grab this one little quest because it's basically automatic just for showing up and talking to this person. Come over here and talk with Winkia. You see on the map where she is, and she has the yellow asterisk over her head. It's called Making Contact. And she's just asking where we came from. And she's just so happy to be talking from someone from the outside world. And you see, we're going to get 300 Valsecure Hunt Reputation credits just for talking to her. Boom! That was an easy one. Now let me check out old girl here. Okay, now this girl, Akasha, and now for the news. Go ahead and do this one. Because all she wants to know is she wants to hear some word from the outside world. And again, this one will get 300 Valsecure Hunt Reputation. Then we finish the quest by simply continuing to talk to her. And then she's talking to us. And we're giving her all the news. You can read those things if you want, pause or whatever. I'm not going to read them, but I'm slowing down a little bit. All right. All we do is talk to her and give her the news, and now she's going to give us these rewards right here. So now we've got some more Valsecure. And anytime you get more credits and you wonder how many more you want or whatever, okay, we don't have credits, but we have 1,200 reputation points towards 3,000 to get a higher rank with them. All right, now the reason I wanted to come and get the Valsecure is because you can get Valsecure hunting credits just for running around the area killing everything. Anything you kill is going to give you some Valsecure hunt credits. I don't remember if it's credits or it's reputation. We're about to find out in a moment. But it is one of the, it's probably the quickest and easiest to rack up at least reputation points. Maybe credits, I can't remember. All right. Oh, now I remember what I wanted to look at. Actually, I'm looking at my level. Okay, right now we have 2, and it looks like we got even more points just from those reputations that we did, because now we're up to 2,875 points. I'm writing that down. That's a few hundred points just for talking to a couple of people. I'm going to come over here and smack these guys around a little bit. And you can see in the lower right, we got Valsecure Hunt Reputation and Valsecure Hunt Credits just for killing these little goobers. They're not even tough guys. Adventure level. Okay, we're still at 2,875. That did not make a difference on our adventure. And I wasn't paying attention. It may or may not have made a teeny tiny bit of difference on hunting. Maybe. Don't know. But now I want to go watch the map where I am. can't remember exactly where a particular guy is I'm thinking of, but first I'm going to fight this big dealing with Bob in here, just to see if we get any. Although this would actually be hunting experience, it would not be adventure experience, because adventure experience is for, but again, for reputation points, you also get adventure points, because it said so. Mission quest, normal quest, daily quest, guardian mission, echo, arcana, adventure achievements, quest achievements, festival achievements, reputation achievements. Okay, so if you get reputation achievements, so I guess when we get the feats, that's when the reputation part kicks in for adventure. I just noticed that all my buffs are gone, and I at least want a prime battle solution. If nothing else, I always recommend having a prime battle solution going before you fight anything, anywhere, anytime. I just want to check, make sure I didn't get extra points. Okay, I'm going to kill this big deal in my Bob here, because I didn't even do that. Okay, and you see I got more Valsecure reputation and hunting credits. I don't think that's going to impact our adventure. Nope, we're still at 2875. And remember, the whole purpose of this video is I'm trying to figure out what's actually going to give us adventure XP. We have figured out that getting some of those feats gave us adventure XP. Now, there's a particular guy somewhere around here, I think, that I'm looking for. It's been so long since I've been in this area, I can't remember for sure where this guy is I'm looking for. I'm looking for him simply because he happens to be worth a heck of a lot of Valsecure hunt credits. Alright, somewhere around here. See, we got all these slasher dudes. Let me kill a couple of these guys just for grins and giggles. And we got some more hunt reputation, hunt credits too. And the guy looks a lot like these guys, except instead of traveling in pairs, this one guy walks by himself. Whoops. I think this is him. Strong attack soldier? That might be him. I don't know. We'll find out. Valsecure hunt reputation 900 and credits 50. Okay, so that guy that you saw me kill, he looks a lot like the ones that are traveling in pairs, but he travels by himself. If you're looking for some Valsecure credits and some Valsecure hunt reputation, you saw it pop up right there. 2008, but it had no impact on our adventure, so butt kiss there. But they're not even giving us adventure XP. All they're doing is giving us the actual Valsecure hunt points, which we need towards feats. So let's go look at those feats again, because this is taking way too long. It was special, reputation, Jack's Trust, Jack's Trust, Jack's Trust. That's Guardian Legion. Okay, it actually looks like I'm wasting my time even trying to do anything for Valsecure, because they're not giving us feats. We're not getting adventure points. So I'm going to... It looks like actually Jack's Trust may give us a good shot at least getting a little bit of adventure points going. So let's head to Oscar Wrath, Cutthroat Harbor, because that's where we'll find the Jack's Trust people. But again, I did want to show you where to go in Velika to find that person to go for one of those big cats. Like I said, my brawler actually has the black saber-tooth thing. And I saw someone talking somewhere online that if you create a new character and go there, now it's like a tiger or leopard or something. I forget what they said. So that's something I'll test in another video later. So adventure level so far, Echoes of Aranea, it gave us some points, but that's going to be an incredibly long grind, especially since I can only get in there twice a day. and only get 250 points each time. If I even get 250 points, again, I got a few Feats falls in there. I'm not sure if some of them counted towards the 250 points or not. Okay. There goes a nice little Jack's Trust merchant. All right, I'm going to go up here first because I remember I get stuck on stairs a lot. He's the Jack's Trust, a friend of the family, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so go see this guy first up at the very top of the stairs. All right, friend of the family side quest. I'm Jack's, master of Jack's Trust. Well, I guess I now know where Jack's Trust got its name. I've heard you've been very helpful for our business, so I want to thank you in person. I treat my business like a family. Now you're officially a friend of the family. When we profit, all of Cutthroat Harbor profits, I look forward to many great things from you. All right, so this is going to increase my Jack's Trust reputation by 300, and because I have elite gold, it doubles the normal reputation thing. And okay, that would show me what I was going to get, and this is actually giving it to me. And you can see in the lower right corner what kind of little stuff we got. Now I want to check. Let's see if that was a little side quest. All right, 2,950. So for doing that little side quest, we did have 2,875 points. Now I got 2,950, which gave me a whopping grand total. Hold on. I'm doing math here. I'm taking my time. 75 points. Wee-haw! Okay. So if you go do that little quest where you just talk to him real quick and you get introduced into the Jack's family, 75 adventure points. Every point counts. So at least we did get an extra 75 points towards the grand total of 7,059 that we need. But you can only do that once. So that's a one shot right there because that just gets you into the Jack's Trust family. I think they moved the Jack's Trust quests now. For those of you who've been playing for quite a while, or you used to play and you quit playing, as you know, this used to be a fairly low-level area. A lot of people were complaining they didn't have enough level 65 stuff to do. So actually, they completely re-engineered a large portion of this area to be for level 65 if you go down to the direction where I'm heading now. And there are actually daily Vanguards and stuff you can do down here if you level 65. And as you can see now, we got a bunch of critters running around. This guy's level 67. All those other ones are. And I believe that now the Jack's Trust daily, because there's usually daily missions for any of the different factions. There we go. I'm looking for green. Green. I actually forgot. I was being stupid because I'm kind of a doofus. When you see a yellow exclamation mark or question mark or asterisk, that's a regular side quest for the game. And for any of these, exclamation point is the start of the quest. Question mark is it's a sort of a checkpoint throughout the quest. You know, it's part of the quest. You got to keep going. And when you see the asterisk, that means it's the end of the quest and you're getting your final reward. Yellow is regular side quest. Anytime you see red, that's a main story quest. Green is for the reputation quest. So I'm actually looking for green. But I'm a doofus, so I forgot. Okay. Oh, man. I hate doing it. Especially this warrior, because the warrior sucks. I have never, it's the weakest character I ever had, and I swear while I was leveling her up, I played so much with strength versus crit, playing around with all the different, what do you call those things? Man, I can't think. Under skills, glyphs, moving different glyph points around, trying different combinations, and I swear I will take my priestess into battle before I'll take this thing. Okay, I'm going to try my warrior, because you see if we hunt some turtles, we're going to get some Jack's Trust reputation points and some Jack's Trust credits.
How can I help? Good talk.
Most of my busts are still working up there, so I'm going to go ahead and slurp down another Lambo Gogi, though, just to be on the safe side. What kind of pet does she have? I don't need that. Alright, and the goal was hunting turtles. I need some spiked tail chimeras. I need 20 of those, and then I need 5 giant chimeras. You can see on the right, the very first thing on the tracker thing. So let's try to kill one of these guys who's level 67 here. And I have barely played her, and it's been a while since I played her, and I honestly don't even remember how her attacks work. That's why I love setting up chain skills, because when you have like a minimum of 2 of every single character, and some of them you almost never play, well, you kind of forget how to even play a lot of them. That's always been my play style in any game. I run up to the monster. We start smacking each other back and forth until one of us dies, and I basically just cross my finger and hope that the monster dies, not me. You know, because I really don't care. If I die, then I just try again. Not a big whoop-de-doo. Because it is a game, and a game is just for having fun. It's not for getting all stressed out and serious and whatever. I get enough of that at work. You know, I've finished one very successful career. I've actually done enough of a second successful career to earn another retirement, except for my age. I had to wait a few years till I'm old enough to actually collect my second retirement. So, being serious and stressful and whatever in a video game, no, not for me. Video games just for fun. It's actually something to do to relax and forget about all my real life responsibilities and stuff. At the end of a long, hard, stressful day. Okay, now I did complete a Jack's Trust reputation quest. One of the green ones. Remember, it's green if you're doing a reputation quest. I was being stupid, looking at the yellow. That wasn't right. Okay, let's turn this one in. Before I turn it in, we're currently at 2,950. Where'd I get the extra? Oh no, 2,950 was where we were at earlier after we turned in that one quest. I'm looking at the wrong number. Okay, 2,950 is actually where we were. Now that we've completed a Jack's Trust quest, killing some turtles and stuff, and she's going to give us some reputation and some credits. Okay, now I got 3,025 adventure points. Okay, so completing that quest gave us some points. 12, 7, blah, blah, blah. Okay, 75 points. Okay. Castle of Aranea was quicker and easier and gave us 75 points. So, man. Or no, I'm sorry, Castle of Aranea was 250 points. I'm looking at the wrong thing. Castle of Aranea was 250 points. But you can only do that one twice a day. So you might do Castle of Aranea a couple times, get 500 points. But again, the points for Castle of Aranea depend on whether or not those extra feats we got while we were in there counted extra. And we may not even get as much if we do the whole thing without getting feats. I don't know. And again, I have gold elite status, which gives me extra boosts. And I have the adventure level boost running, level boost 2. So take those into account. That's why I always recommend anyone going for any of these level 60s, out of these 4 right here, always do your own math. Check the points before you do any activity to see where you are with your XP. Once you complete that particular activity, check the points again, subtract those 2 numbers to figure out how many points it gives you. Because, again, depending on different boosts that you do or do not have compared to what I do or do not have. And then, again, like with Castle Aranea, we got a couple of feats while I was in there. I don't know for sure if those might have counted towards that 250. So, like, the next time I go in, I may not get as many points. Always do your own math. You check, you see I'm showing you the method for doing it. Okay, so you can figure out how you're going to get points and which of those activities you really enjoy doing so that you don't mind doing those every day until you eventually get to adventure level 60. But again, I did this, killed all those chimeras, turned in that quest. It gave me 75 points with those boosts. To me, that's not a lot. Okay, so we did a reputation quest, and we got 75 points. So I'm going to assume that probably for most of them, it's going to give around a similar amount. Although, adventure. Okay, but at least the Jack's Trust quest, killing chimeras, we got 75 points. I do want to try something different now, though. I don't want to keep doing the same thing over and over again, because the whole point here is to show you different options that you can try to see what point values you may get, so you can try for yourself to see if that's going to give you a lot of levels, or a lot of points. So I'm going to try a Vanguard request, but she's so weak and horrible at fighting. I'm the one who's horrible at fighting, but yeah, none of my other characters do I have nearly as much trouble as I do with her. But actually, what I'm looking for, well, I'm going to start her on the easiest, brutal basilisks. Teleport, because I don't really trust her fighting any tough monsters. Like I said, she is the weakest, most difficult character I have ever had to try to play. My Mystica, my Priestess, I didn't have nearly as much trouble fighting, bands while I was leveling up as I did with her. It's just, nah. I'm not a fan of the warrior. I don't know how to play it. I'm horrible at it, and I'm only going to have her fight little weak things. Which is why I'm not having her go for hunting level 60, because that, you're talking about finding world bands and whatever. I do need to get her buffs going again, because she's out. And I am going to hide all these things because they're going to get... Okay, Hunt Brutal Battlers, I do want that one. And I'm not really going to mess with these right now for what we're doing, because apparently they're not going to help us with adventure points. And I want to keep that as clean as I can so it's not confusing to the viewers. So let's go kill some basilisks. We need to kill 10 of these. Oh, I keep hitting that button by mistake. Oh, wait a second. What was that defense thing? Can she block? I don't know. There's one basilisk. My Priestess would have probably killed 3 by now. You know. I've seen a lot of people hate on Warrior online, and I've seen a lot of people love it, but it's just like any other character. It depends on how you have everything set up on it, and it depends on your skills at being able to play that particular type of character. And I'm going to tell you right now, I suck at Warrior. I've tried everything with her, and she is the only character at all. My top 13 characters are one of each class. Every class I have played. And I actually have at least 2 of every class, because I have 4 gamer tags. And on my other 3 gamer tags, across them, I have at least another 1 of every character. But my top 13 on this gamer tag, which is my main gamer tag, is 1 of every character. I'm sorry, 1 of every class. I keep saying character, I mean class. So I have 1 of every class. Is my first 13 on this gamer tag. And on my other 3 gamer tags, I have at least 1 more of every class. Plus I have a bunch of multiples, because I love doing the leveling events when we have them. And back when they first introduced the Ninja, the Gunner, and the Valkyrie, they had special leveling events for them. So I actually have multiple Valkyries and Ninjas and Gunners, not only on this gamer tag, but across my 3 other gamer tags. However, on all 4 gamer tags, because I love them so much, my main is a brawler. And I made so many extra brawlers because at one point, because so many people were complaining about how few tanks were queuing up for dungeons, they did a special tank leveling event. If you created a brawler or a lancer and got it level 65 along the way, you got a bunch of special rewards from the leveling event. So I made some extra brawlers, and I made some lancers. It turned out I did not like the lancers nearly as much as I liked the brawlers. So I ended up making a brawler. And that's also why I do have a few priestesses and mystics, because at another point, people were complaining about how few healers were queuing up for dungeons. So they had a special healer leveling event where if you created a priestess or a mystic, or a priest or a mystic, I keep saying priestess because all mine are females, then you got all these extra rewards or whatever. So I made some of those on all my gamer tags as well. All right, we did it before. Okay, we killed 10 basilisks. That on its own, 30, 25. Yeah, we got no points for that. But what I wanted to see is for collecting the Vanguard request, if doing a Vanguard request gives us any adventure. 30, 25. Nothing. Okay. So I was hoping that when they were saying Guardian mission up there, that Vanguard requests would count, but apparently they don't. So let me go to my brawler could do that one real quick. But the main reason I wanted to use this particular character is because of story quests, which she has not done much of at all, because like I said, I did speed leveling on her. So we're going to look at some story quests, because I believe that's where a lot of the adventure XP points will probably come in. Vanguard Initiative, I'll do that a little later. I actually want to start with the lowest level one that I can find. That's a level 50. Oops. And that's a level 57. Okay, because I want to do a real low level one, so you can figure out for yourself, you know, what kind of path you want to take to try to get to adventure level 60, what you think works for you to go on. So far, I'm not having much luck finding anything that really gives any substantial points. So far, adventure leveling appears to be a long and tedious process. It'll probably take months if I were to try it. But there's still other stuff for us to try. Okay, there's Elion.
It's time to take action. Careful now.
Okay, I'm supposed to speak to him and start protecting him.
It's time to take action.
Freya's Faith. Alright, I've tried Freya's Faith like 3 times now, so I'm going to ask if he's okay. I think, now it says protect Elion. Okay, here they come. There's a teleporter right there. And again, I'm not doing the dungeon because I don't care about the dungeon, because I'm working on adventure levels. That would probably give me hunting. I'm looking on completing the quest to see if I get points. And the quest is to go speak with Elion at the Golden Labyrinth entrance, which I use the teleporter to get there. Okay, so far we're still at 3,025 points, like we have been for quite a while.
So much to do.
Okay, now he's telling me to go back to Castanica. And on the map in the upper right hand corner, you can see where the red question mark is, because again, that means that's the next step in the quest that you're working on, and the red is main storyline quests. Yellow is secondary quests. Green are reputation quests. Okay, now to finish this quest, I need to speak to Fraya here. Double check. Okay, we're still at 3,025. And according to the adventure level rules, supposedly by doing quests, we'll get some points. So there's some XP for adventure levels. Alright. Read that if you want. Okay, neato, whatever. Those are my rewards that she's getting ready to give me. Boom. Alright, you see I got a little feat down there, the new core. Alright, we got a few points for doing that. And again, this was a very low level quest, like 50 or something. We got 3,625. We did have 3,025, so we got 600 points for doing that quest. Alright. Which opened the way to do the search and destroy, which is a fire-based battle at Paramount. But, and I don't know exactly what all those points, but that gave you a demonstration. Level 50 gave us 600 points. I don't want this to turn into all the quests in the game kind of thing. So let's go ahead and fall back on the Vanguard Initiative. Alright, okay, so let's go to Kayator and work on the Vanguard Initiative. Because again, I showed you we finished one quest. We took the experience points we had before we started the quest. Then we took the experience points that we saw when we completed the quest. And we were able to determine how many experience points that gave us for that particular quest. And again, that one that we just did was 600. We're on the map. Ta-da. That's who we're looking for this particular quest. Okay, there's Payson. Read it if you want. Because again, I'm just worried about how many adventure XP I'm going to get when I finish the quest. Now remember, we did a level 50 quest and we got 600 points for that quest. I'm trying to get an idea for different levels, what kind of point value, because I can guarantee you each individual, like level 50 quest, is probably not going to give you exactly 600 points. Some probably give you a little less, some probably give you a little more, but I'm guessing they'll probably be in about the same range. Now right now, this is a... Oh, hold on a second. Let me teleport. Okay. On my Xbox controller, I got the two little buttons that are under the big Xbox thing. You got the one on the right that looks like a hamburger. It's got 3 lines on it. And you got the one on the left that looks like a folder option, like 2 squares overlapping each other. The one that has 2 squares on the left overlapping each other, I'm going to hit that. I go to this particular menu when I hit that one. I am going to, you can see on your right what your options are. I'm going to hit B for Quest Tracker. If you're on PlayStation, it'll tell you what one to hit. Now you can see I have different options. That's the quest that I don't want to do anymore. I'm not doing level 51 right now. So one of my options is to remove that. Now when it says remove on here, when you're on your main screen, that's just going to remove it from your main screen. You won't see it. You'll still be able to go back into your quest list and find it again if you want to do it later. And you can even have it show up here again if you want. But right now I'm removing it because it's just in my way. Now the 2 tiny buttons in the middle of the Xbox controller, the hamburger one or the one with the 3 lines on the right, I'm going to hit that. I'm going to go into my quest log. This is the quest I actually want to be looking at right now because I want to kind of keep track of it. A new threat. So down at the bottom, you see I can hit my Y button to display on Quest Tracker. If you're on PlayStation, it'll tell you what button. So I'm going to hit that. And now when I go back to my main screen, ta-da, now I can keep track of it. I like having it show up there for the one I'm working on because it helps me keep track of what step I'm on and what I'm doing. And hi. Okay, I'm going to talk to this guy with the red question mark because I'm continuing on with my quest. And you're telling him to calm down. But apparently he don't want to calm down. So now we have to go into butt whooping mode. Oh, she killed him. Okay. I was worried about her. Alright. I'm going to still continue with the quest. Letting you read what you want. You can always pause if you want. I'm at least holding it long enough so that you have time to go back and pause if there's something you really want to read. Okay. Now that looks like the end of a quest because he has a red asterisk. Let me double check. 3,625 points is what we had before we went into this quest, and it's what we still have.
What shall we speak of?
So now let's complete the quest. Those are all our cool little things he's going to give us. Ta-da. Now let's check our adventure level points. We now have 4,375 points. Did have 3,625 points, which means we gained 750 adventure experience points. All right, that's the most points we've ever gained from anything so far. So far it's looking like the most points we're going to be getting are going to be coming from the actual mainline story quests. Okay, now I need to go talk to old boy here. Doesn't matter which of those things you pick. I'll slow down a little in case you want to go back and pause, in case it's something you want to read. Chances are I'm going to cut this whole thing out of the final edit, but we'll see. Now let's go talk to old boy say here again.
The Federation is nothing.
Alright, now it's telling me to go back to Nari, and he gave me a Kayator teleport scroll. So, which would be under here. And he actually gave me 3 of them. I'm going to use, what's the quest say? Press button open your use the Kayator teleport scroll. Now, if the quest instructions tell you use the scroll, I recommend you use the scroll. Because I remember at least one quest where it said, take a Pegasus to this place and talk to this person. And I thought to myself, oh, I have elite status. I'll just fast travel. So I fast traveled there, and the person was not available for me to speak to. Yeah, I tried talking to him, but the quest wouldn't continue. So I fast traveled back to the place where I was originally, took a Pegasus, like it told me to do in the first place, to the person, and then all of a sudden I was able to speak to him and continue on with the quest. So anytime the quest tells you get there by this means, I recommend strongly you get there by those means. Otherwise, it might decide, well, you can't continue the quest because you didn't do this step that has to be done to move on to the quest. So this is telling me to go in my inventory and open one of those scrolls he gave me. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. See, normally when you first get something, it shows up at the top of the menu, but then when you come back in later, it's moved somewhere else. So it's still under the same item, still under the beakers like it was, but I had to scroll down to get to it this time. So I'm going to go to Kayator. That's the next step of the quest. Bippity boppity boo. And this is actually a level 60 quest we're doing. I might have mentioned 65 earlier, but I'm thinking she's level 65. My character is. It said, and it says to report back to Nari, who I know is standing outside the command center. If you can see on the map up there, you can actually see the red question mark this time. When it comes to the people who you use to teleport into these command centers and whatever, sometimes they'll have the red question mark, sometimes they won't. In this particular case, she actually does.
You from the Federation?
And I don't want to teleport yet because I'm trying to continue my quest. Because I have an option to click for competent support, which is the quest we're working on. I'm clicking that first. Now she's telling me that they're waiting for me inside. Now I can teleport in. You want to be sure that you always click on the steps for the quest you're working on. Like in her case, I could have clicked to teleport straight in, but if I did, I don't think I would have been able to continue the quest inside because the game's going to be waiting on me to complete that step with her first. Not a guarantee, but I'm pretty sure. So it doesn't hurt. Just be sure. Because like I said, I have run into that problem before where I skipped a step because I'm like, oh, I don't need to do that. And it turned out, oopsie doodles. Yes, I did need to do that. Let's talk to old boy here with the red question mark. And it did say that's the same quest I've already been working on. Again, you can go back and pause if you actually wanted to read into that mess. Now I can speak with Yukino right over here. However you pronounce it. I probably pronounced it wrong. Now I can speak with the goddess Kaya. I love Kaya. She's awesome. Alright. Pause for a moment in case you want to read it. Now speak to Tamor again. He has the red asterisk. So first I want to check my points. 4,375 is the number of points we already had before we began this particular step of the quest, or this particular quest. Okay. And there's my little rewards. Thank you, thank you. Alright. We got a little feat down there, plus some teleport scrolls that we need for the next quest. And our adventure points are now 5,400. So for that particular level 60 quest, it looks like we got 1,025 points. Because we did have 4,375 before we started it. We ended with 5,400. Now that feat we got down at the bottom, I don't know if that might have been worth some of the points, but if you're doing this quest, you're going to get the feat anyway. So 1,025 points for that one, which so far is the largest number of points we have gotten. We're still level 24 after the past couple hours of and this adventure level thing. Okay, you can see that the airship platform teleport scroll is what we need to do next. He gave us 5 of them. We really only need 1, so let's head on to Velika outskirts because we're getting ready to do supplies and demands. Now, if you're one of those people who is speed leveling, if you've never played Tera before, I always recommend go ahead and do all the quests the first time you ever play Tera. Do them all. If it takes you a few weeks, it took me, I think, 3 or 4 weeks to do like the main quests and the side quests and whatever first time I ever played. And I did that for probably my first 2 or 3 characters. After that, I was like, okay, I get the quest. I got you. And I started speed leveling, where I do the level dungeons and I fight BAMs for under quick play Vanguard Requests. Once you get to around level 20 or so, you'll start seeing them pop up in here where you can fight certain BAMs or do certain leveling dungeons. You won't have a big list like you get when you're 65, but that is how you get your most points for leveling points, not Adventure XP, which we're talking about right now. But that's how you speed level. But even when I'm speed leveling, normally when I hit level 60, I will go ahead and look at my quest tracker and start the level 60 quests, which we have just started doing here. Because I like the level 60 quest line through level 65. Plus, it's actually pretty quick and easy to do. Alright, so let's go ahead and talk to old girl here. Sure, it's wonderful. Whatever. You guys want to read it, read it. Oh, yeah, it's Sky Cruisers over there. Neato. Okay. Got some snags. Go talk to that guy to get some work done. Alright, I'll go do that. Why not? I'm going to talk to old boy over here. Sure. Okay, sounds good. Again, if you want to pause it to read, go ahead. I'm moving on. See the sheep? They want ember blooms. Pick some ember blooms. All right. Can you say fetch quest, boys and girls? I knew you could. All right, we need to collect 3 ember blooms. There's one. There's 2. And there's 3. Let's go give him these ember blooms so he can feed his sheep and be all happy and whatnot. Okay, now he gave me a special crate that I can go over and take up to Tonez, or however you pronounce it, up here. He can be a little difficult. Sometimes you may have to move back and forth a little bit to actually interact with him. Yeah. Wagon's busted. Need to fix the axle. Hey, those Gillidoos or Myconars might work for wood. Why don't you go get me some? Alright, I'll go get you some. So now we're going to go kill some of these little goobers. And some of these bigger goobers. Now, if you are working on leveling up, you've just gotten to level 60, or maybe you're even level 59, you're already in this region or something. If you come to this region and fight these guys, they actually drop a lot of good level 60 stuff. I already got 5, that's all I need. A lot of good level 60 weapons and gear. So if you don't have your level 60 gear and stuff, which you should already have some of it from the quest itself, because but if you want to work on getting some more, because you don't have all of it yet, you can actually stand here and fight these guys for a while, wait for them to drop it, and gear yourself up before you go to the airship. That's what I like to do. Although I normally have so many special tokens, level 60, 62 tokens saved up from other characters that I've had farming them, that I normally just have those in my inventory before I even get to level 60, and when I get to level 60, I immediately gear myself up. Just a little tip, if you have multiple characters, and you make more characters, or even if you just have one character, and you're going to make a second one, you can go do a little farming here while you're on your way up. Spend a little extra time to have some to stick in your bank for tokens. Or gear, or whatever. Alright. He wanted fresh bear meat. I killed... Oh! I forgot with the bow thing. I forgot what I was even doing. Okay, we just now finished this quest, thank God. Because before we started this quest, we had 5,400 adventure level points. We still have 5,400 adventure level points. Now we're finishing the quest because we have a red asterisk. That means quest is done. See, I like to collect fragments and shards and put them in my bank for the next character that I'm going to be creating. So if they already have them, it's easier to gear up your stuff. Alright, before I even accept the check baggage quest, let me look. You see we got a feat down there for baggage handling. Okay, for that quest, we now have 6,450 points. Whoops. Did have 5,400 points, which gave us a grand total of 1,050 points. Just a few more points more than what we had from the previous one. I'm not going, well, I am going to snatch that quest for myself. Just so the next time I play this, if I ever want to finish up this quest with her, then I will do that. I'll already be more along the way where I want to be. But we've already done what, like 2 or 3? We've done several. We did like a level 50 quest where we got like 600 points. And then another quest where we got 750 points, and we did a level 60 where we got 1,025. Then another level 60 where we got 1,050 adventure experience points. After all these hours, we're still adventure level 24 where we started. Although we're a lot closer. We're getting pretty close to being adventure level 25 now. We're at 91.4% towards it. But we've done some normal quests here. I'm not sure what the mission quests are. I think those are secondaries. You got daily quests. Again, I'm not going to do the daily quests myself because right now the only thing offered is a couple of multiplayer dungeons, which I don't do because I'm a solo player. If you want to go do some multiplayer dungeons because they're under the daily quest, again, not every multiplayer dungeon is going to give you adventure level. But specifically whatever the adventure level tells you, you can use is what will give you some adventure level points. And the wrong thing. Alright. Guardian mission with her, I'm not doing that because she can't do one on her own. We already did Echo Arcana, which I think that was the one that gave us 250 points. Not really a lot. That would take you a really, really, really long time, especially since you can only go in there like a couple times a day. I can't remember. I think a reset scroll may reset it, so you may be able to go in another couple times. But again, that would take so long with those few points. We have gotten a few quest achievements while we're doing quests because you saw them popping up. There are no festivals going on at the time. We already did some reputation achievements where we got like 75 points for each of those. So, wow, that's going to take a long time. But again, every point counts. So it's the kind of thing where, like, if you're doing some quests, and then you go do Echo Arcana. If you don't want to do Echo Arcana twice a day, go do it twice a day. You know, that should give you around 500 points or something by the time you do it the second time. Then go do some reputation quests for 75 points each if you want. You know, like Jack's Trust or whatever. For now, let's move on to the next part of the quest. We're still working on level 60 quest. The last couple ones, we got 1,025, then 1,050. Because I really want to pop her at least level 20. We spent so many hours being stuck in level 24. I want to at least pop her level 25. Alright, he's just telling me fetch all these papers he dropped because he's a big old klutz. That's pacing again. Pacing is one of the main reasons I actually love doing the level 60 to level 65 mainline quests. And I will show you the other reason in a moment. Pacing is one reason. Okay, continue on. Whoops. Trying to slow down a little bit in case you want to read any of that. But again, you can always go back and pause it if you really want to read it. And let's go talk to old boy over here.
What is it, kid?
If you want to read it, go ahead. Alright. Go over to Manifest to Maribel. That's a red asterisk, which means we're ending a quest. Come on. And adventure level 6,450, which is what we had before we began this quest. There's our rewards for doing our stuff. Now, before I pick up that quest, because we just completed a quest. Oh, finally, adventure level 25. We finally went up in adventure level. Now, if you'll recall, for the entire level of 24, we needed a grand total of 7,059. And before we began this quest, we had 6,450 points. But now, we're in level 25 already. So what we need to look at is we needed a grand total of 7,059 to make it all the way through 24. when we started this quest, we had 6,450 points towards that, which means that we needed a grand total of 609 points to actually get to level 25. So we gained that many points, plus we got 216 points into level 25. So if we add the 609 to the 216, we received 825 adventure XP points for this little quest that we just did. Just that couple little things. We're picking up some papers and stuff. Okay, so that was the reason I was telling you it's always important to know not only how many XP you're at within the adventure level, but also what the grand total is that you need for that particular level. So if you move into the next level, you can first do the subtraction here to figure out how many points you got to get to 25, and then you can go ahead and add the points that you currently have while you're in level 25. So right now we are at only 216 points out of the grand total of 7,647 points that we need for the entire level of 25 to get to 26. And oops, I'm sorry. Parcel post, I got a reward for my adventure level increase. 1,200 metamorph gimlets, 10 legendary tokens. That was my reward for achieving level 25 adventure. Now, one thing I forgot to go over earlier. Whoops. When you're in here in the menu, again, we've done it so many times, you're under your main menu, you're under character, you go to info, click there. There's a bunch of tabs. Now, if you happen to default to a different tab, just keep hitting your right or left bumper button thing till you get back to the screen. And we're in the adventure menu. Now, on the right, I already showed you your XP sources. That tells you the activities you can do to earn some adventure XP. And so far, what I am finding is doing the mainline quests is your biggest XP. So that's going to be your best bet when you're going through the game, is to do the mainline quests. And again, if you can afford, or if you want to pay for the extra boosts, like having elite gold status, or going and buying that adventure package I showed you in Tera store, go ahead and do that. But you don't actually have to. You can, it'll just take you a little longer to get to adventure level 60. And I don't even know how long, because I've never made it. I've never tried getting adventure level 60. And so far, I think this video is just going to be tips of how to get adventure XP and how to do your own calculations for all those different activities you can do, because I have a feeling it may take months if I were to try to do adventure level 60. I've got a video out there that shows you I've gotten 5 characters to hunting level 60. It took each of them about 3 weeks. And I have a video where normally to get to life level 60 for that shiny gold title, I normally take 1 weekend while a enchanting event is going on for one character that I'm focused on. But in the video itself, I actually showed you where I got 3 characters all at the same time to life level 60 over a period of 5 days while we had an enchanting event going on, Stormcry enchanting event. You know, again, to me, life level is by far the quickest and easiest way to get a shiny gold title, and that particular one's loose cannon. Second quickest is the hunting level 60 Alpha Go shiny gold title. Again, that takes me about 3 weeks. The life level takes me like 2 or 3 days for one character. I did 3 of them in 5 days. Now, what I was going to show you is, you see your XP sources to the right. Now, if I scroll down for my next level, I can see, you know, what kind of reward I'll get. However, at any time, no matter what level you are, as long as you haven't reached level 60 yet, down the bottom, you can see I can hit my X button to view all rewards for each level. On PlayStation, it'll tell you what button, but you can see at the bottom what the little menu option is. So I'm going to hit my X on Xbox. Okay, for Adventure Level 2, those are the rewards I got I got all those rewards already because I'm like level 20 something. Some of those I got just doing the initial, what is that thing called? Stepstone Isle or whatever. Alright. And I'm currently level 25. This is what I'll get at 26. Then at 27. So if you ever want to go in and look, and this works for the others too. Right now we're looking at adventure level rewards. If you ever want to look and see what the upcoming rewards are for different levels that you're planning on working towards, you can go in here at any time if you haven't reached 60 yet. Once you're level 60, you don't get to see this because there are no more rewards. Level 30, you get a potion of breakthrough glyph points. I love it when I get that because it gives you one extra glyph point, which doesn't sound like much, but that extra glyph point can make a difference, especially if you got a particular thing you want to glyph for. You got all your other ones tied up, but you need one more point to get that one that needs 3 or 4 or whatever. And then you get this and like, woohoo! I can finally put a glyph on this thing, I love the glyph point thing. Even though it's one, like I said, everyone counts. Okay, so that's how you can go and look at what all your rewards are going to be. And there's no point in showing you all of them because you can always go into it anytime and look at it yourself. But I do want to go to 60 real quick. If you do make it to adventure level 60, these are what the rewards are you're going to get, which for the most part, pretty much the same as you get for life level 60 or hunting level 60. Except I think the costume set is different, and I think that signal manual is different. The rest of it, I think, is pretty much the same. Of course, adventure trim 6th grade as opposed to life trim or hunting trim. But pretty much the same rewards you get for any of the things you get to level 60. Now, PvP, player versus player, I don't do player versus player at all in any game. Never have no interest in it. The thought of it is just boring and annoying. Don't care. I'm here to play a game and have fun against the game. So you will never see a video from me for PvP level 60. So don't even ask. You have to go find some other video somewhere else. Adventure, we've gotten to 25. Now, I do want to move along on this one real quick. Yep, there's my little mission. I go speak to old whatchamadoodle over here.
What hand of cards brought you here?
He's sick. He needs help. I'm going to talk to the apothecary here. Of course, an apothecary is a druggist or a pharmacist. That's the word I'm trying to think of. And in case you didn't stop and I didn't really do those slow. If you have trouble pausing, sorry about that. But if you go back and pause, so you can read what she was telling me. Basically, the dude is sick. So I went to the pharmacist or apothecary to try to get him a cure. And it turns out that all the sheep, I think some cows maybe, have eaten her cure stuff. So the only way for me to get cure stuff for their tummy aches is to collect herbaceous extrusions, which basically just means the stuff that the sheep and the cows pooped out because it's got her curing stuff in it. So now I'm going to this guy. I'll let you read that. Oddly enough, he doesn't think it tastes so good.
Hungry, angry, tired.
But of course that's because it is herbaceous extrusions, which is doo-doo. And then you reply, it's medicine. Yeah. That's what it is. Okay, now we can go back to old girl over here. Before I talk to her, because that, excuse me, is red asterisk, meaning we're getting ready to finish that quest. We are at 216 adventure points right now, which is exactly where we were when we started this quest. So I'm just making sure I didn't pick up extra points along the way, because I do want to be sure exactly how many points I got. Okay, we finished that quest. We're now at 1,066 points. So it looks like we got 850 points for completing that particular quest.
You look like you need help.
Now I'm going to pick up this quest just so I can go speak with Zolan, because we met Payson just a few minutes ago, and I told you he is one of the reasons I love doing the entire story quest line from level 60 to level 65. When I'm speed leveling before that, I'll just hunt Vanguard bands and do Vanguard dungeons based on what it tells me under quick play Vanguard requests for that particular level it's looking for, because that's how you get a lot of points for leveling quickly for regular level, not adventure level. I'm talking about level when you're starting out as a level 1 character trying to get to 65. That'll be another video actually that I'm planning on doing eventually. But I told you Payson was one reason I love doing the level 60 to 65 quests, even when I've done speed leveling up to level 60. Zolan is the second reason. Right here, Zolan. There's a whole little storyline between Payson and Zolan when you're going from 60 to 65. If nothing else, I recommend doing the story quest, the red line story quest from level 60 to 65, just to see the Zolan and Payson story. It's awesome. I love this story. I think it's probably almost everyone's at least, favorite story when you're in there. Okay, I'm not going to go board the Sky Cruiser, because that's something I don't feel like doing right now for this, because I've spent enough time just getting up one level, and that wasn't even a complete level. I was already partway in level 24 before I got to 25. What I do want to do, though, is I'm going to switch characters. My God, I can't believe how many hours it took me just to get... I was already partway through level 24, just to barely get into 25. All right, Angelic Brawler. Because, again, I've never done adventure level XP work before. I've done life levels. I got a video out there for that, how to get there in like 2 or 3 days. Now I got a video out there for how I've gotten several of my characters to hunting level 60. It normally takes them about 3 weeks for each of them. I have a feeling if I were to try to do adventure level 60, it would probably take several months. I may be wrong, because like I said, I've never really done it before. This is my first try, but because one of my viewers asked me to do a video on adventure level, that's what I'm doing. But again, I am showing you the techniques to check your adventure level XP and compare it to things you have and have not done. Now, the reason I switched to my brawler is because my warrior is like the weakest character I have. Weaker than my mystic and even my priestess. But one of the things that supposedly... Okay, let's go do Avenging Talons. We've got to get there quick. Because I want to do one of these Guardian Legion missions. Oh, before I even get started, though. Okay, good. This starts with a whole lot of yakety yak, so it's not going to start for a while anyway. Okay, now for my brawler, she's hunting level 60. Life level 45. I've been working on a life level. Adventure 32. She currently has 240 points. Out of a grand total of 12,424 that she needs for the next adventure level altogether. 12,424, which we're not going to get that many points, but 240 points. Now, she is elite gold, but I do not have the adventure boost thing going for her, because I didn't think about it. I was just like, switched her real quick. I'm not anywhere near a banker to go pick them up out of my bank. Oh, wait. They're doing a whole bunch of yakety yak. This is so many at a time. Hold on. I think... Traveler's Insurance opens up little local vendors for you. Come on, come on, come on. Where are they? Merchant. Okay. Crystal Merchant, Banker. Alright, so I now have a temporary banker. I want to go here. Because I want to see what I get with the boost. Adventure's Pro 2. I only need one. Okay. Before I fight these dragons, I need to figure a few little... Whoops, I need to activate the adventure. Because I want the same boost going that I had with my other character, just so it's still kind of even for what kind of points we get for whatever, you know. Alright. Let's go fight some dragons real quick. We're doing... Why are you running? But again, I wrote down her current adventure points because I believe completing one of these world missions will give us some adventure XP. But again, because I'm not really used to doing adventure XP, I don't know for sure if we're going to get them. So we're actually testing the theory just to see if we actually will get them or not. Hopefully this will finish him. Yep. And he'd be dead. Neato. Ta-da! I killed him. Okay. And of course, again, the reason I killed him is because we're working on figuring out what things provide us with adventure experience points. And I decided to do this because it's under the world events. Okay, let me check this first. Alright, adventure level 32. Alright, we did have 240 adventure points. Now we're at 765. I'm not quite sure what gave me the 765. It had something to do with that thing that I just did. Fighting that big old beastie there. But that actually gave us... 525 adventure XP. Now if I go into world events, I can see that I got 7. Okay, wait a minute. The timer's up now. Okay, let's wait. Because the timer's up in 26 seconds. I don't think I would get all them boxes open in time. Because I'm waiting to see if I end up getting more adventure XP for complete. And actually for doing this, I will also get a Vanguard request for doing one daily mission for the Legion thing there. Hold on a second, it should pop up. Right, that's at 0 seconds. Or did it already give me credit? Yeah, I think I'm going to have to wait for the stuff on the right to disappear before I get the... Okay. Just waiting for the stuff on the right to disappear before I start checking for points. See if we got any more. And any day now, even though it says the mission's over and the timer's at 0, and I'm going to sit here for a couple hours waiting on it to officially end. Come on. Because eventually it will go away. you know, someday. Timer ran out a long time ago. There we go. Additional rewards, personal post. No longer in an event zone because the event's finally officially ended. Alright, just to be double sure, before I do anything else. Adventure level, 765 points. Already checked that, and we saw we've got 525 points for, I guess, just fighting them. Which is weird. I would have expected hunting points instead. Alright, now, this is the Guardian Legion missions page right here. And you see down at the bottom, there's a thing for daily score. On the Xbox, you hit right on the D-pad. PlayStation will tell you what to hit. And you can see my daily score up there. And so far, I've gotten enough score points from fighting that guy to get 7 of the Guardian Legion chest things there. So to get my reward, I hit the Y button. Guardian Legion Jewel Event. Item XP, Guardian Legion credits. Now, I did one. Opened one. 765. Okay, I got no points for that. So opening those chests doesn't give you points. So let me go ahead and grab them all. Because I get jewel boxes and item XP and Guardian Legion credits for all that stuff. And now I should be out of, yep, no more rewards. Now I go to my partial post. Well, let me double check first before I even open partial post. 765. So nothing changed. World Events Edition, and it gave me 6 extra legendary tokens for killing that big, dragon thingy. Okay, so for the whole thing, fighting and killing him, we got 525 adventure XP. That was what, like a 15-minute fight or something? I think that's what it was. So whether that's worth it or not, that's up to you. Now, if you do this with other people, like other people show up and 5 or 6 you're fighting them, then it'll go a lot quicker. But if you do that, be sure before, and no matter how you're doing it, always, no matter what you see in this video, or no matter what you hear in this video, what I'm showing you is how to calculate your own points. Because again, depending on what buffs I got going and what buffs you do or do not have going, you're going to get different points. If you do it by yourself, you'll get a certain amount of points. If you do it as a group with 5 or 6, I don't know if it'll be different points or if you'll still get the same points or if it'll sort of split the points. My guess would be you would still get the points, same points either way for the adventure leveling, but I don't know for sure. So again, the process for you to figure out for each type of activity which things you want to do on a regular basis until you get to adventure level 60. Before you do any of the activities that XP source list on the right tells you will give you points, before you start that activity or quest or whatever it happens to be, write down how many XP you have and how many XP total it takes to get to your next level. Then once you've completed that activity, subtract those points or do what I showed you earlier if you've gone into another level already, and calculate how many XP you got for that particular activity so that you know whether or not to keep coming back doing that activity. Now, if you're doing the storyline quests, it's not as important because you're only going to do that quest one time. Then you're going to do another quest, another quest, another quest. Not really that important, but for demonstration purposes to show you how this works, because again, we did it with a couple of the Jack's Trust things earlier when we were getting like 75 points, I mean. You'll do it when you do little secondary yellow quests. Red mainline quests, I've already shown you a few of those. And you saw level 50, we only got a certain amount of points. But then when we got up to like a level 60, it gave us a lot more adventure XP. So apparently, even with the Red Line's main story quests, when you start out at the lower levels, it's only going to give you a certain amount of adventure points. But as you go up in the levels, you'll get higher and higher and higher amounts of adventure XP. But of course, the higher levels you go, also, the more adventure XP it's going to take you to get to each of the next new levels. So, that kind of balances out there, I guess. I believe, given all of you enough examples of how to calculate your own points, what points I've been getting for things like we just did. Oh, hold on. I forgot about that one thing. All right, we're still at 765 points. I did mention the first time you do a world event each day, you also get a Vanguard Request mission. Only once. It's only the first time you do it each day. So I'm going to collect that reward. Got some money and more Nocturnals and some Vanguard Initiative credits. Adventure 765. That gave us nothing. Getting the Vanguard reward. Okay, so we got a grand total of 525 points for killing all those 3 dragons there for this world event. But at least we do know that the world events under Guardian Legion mission will give you adventure points. Because it does say over under XP sources, Guardian missions count towards it. And we did already verify Vanguard Requests. I tried one earlier. It didn't give me any points. We just now did completed a world event, so we also got a Vanguard Request reward, which again gave us no points. So the Vanguard Requests aren't going to help you with the adventure experience points. And as I was getting ready to say, I have probably given you enough examples for you to work it on your own and figure out how many points you're going to get for whatever. Again, Echo Arcana or Aranea or whatever you want to call it will give you some points. So that's one of the things you may want to work into your rotation. And then you may want to go do some of the Jack's Trust things, some of the reputation quest things that you can go and get every day from the different places. You know, you got to handle the Vanguard Initiative, blah, blah, blah. But you have to go do the actual, like, quests, not like the Vanguard reward things. Those didn't count. We found that out. And Jack's Trust, you know, that gave us some, what was it, 75 points per quest, I believe. But there are more quests to do with them. Some of them may be a few more points, I'm not sure. But depending on what you're working on, you can go and do different, because you're probably going to be working on your alliances with all these different factions anyway. You know, so you'll be getting points for adventure level when you do that as well. So, we covered how to check your adventure level, how to view your rewards for each level. We covered how the most important thing, as far as I'm concerned, was simply showing you how to calculate the point values for what you may be going for. Again, something like the daily reputation ones that, you know, every day you can go back and do those. That I think that's important to do the math, see what kind of points you're going to be getting. Even try some of the different factions and see if some give you more points than others or not. So you can decide what you're going to do on your daily routes. We did figure out that we can get adventure points doing the Guardian Legion missions under the world events. We did figure out the Vanguard Requests did not give us any points. What else we got up there? Oh, and we did figure out that doing the regular quests will give us points. And the higher level the quests are, the higher amount of adventure points we will be getting. Here, under our story quests. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm on my brawler now. I forgot. I was like, what happened to all those quests? That was the other character. I was working the warrior. I forgot I had to switch over to brawler so I could do one of the world events for you to see if we got some points, which we did. And so far to me, it looks like if you're actually going to go for an adventure level 60, more than likely, your best bet would be to start when you're starting a new character Apply whatever buffs you have available or that you want to buy, or if you don't want to buy any buffs at all, that's fine. It'll just take you longer. But I would say working all the storyline quests and the secondary quests, and as you're going along, when you get to them and you start doing some of the reputation quests, those are probably going to be your best bet. Because so far, for the things that I have tested in this video, because I have never actually dealt with the adventure level XP, I'm doing this as a special request from one of my viewers. So far, it seems like the mainline red quests give us the most points. But again, once you go through all the entire quest line, you'll be done. You won't be one of those quests. You don't do those quests over and over. You do them once, boom, you're done with them. So I don't know exactly what that would end up being. And maybe something I'll test later, because I do someday want to do a video where I take a character from level 1 all the way to 65 doing the quests, and I would like to do one to show speed leveling, but those would be massive projects that I'm not going to be doing for a while, and maybe never, depending on my mood. I'm not going to try to take a character to adventure level 60, because from what I'm seeing, it may take several months. Probably at least several weeks, but it would probably have to be a new character starting from level 1 and doing all the mainline quests and sideline quests. And like I said, that's not something I'm prepared to do in a video right now. The life level 60, hunting level 60, I was able to show those because they're real quick and easy. Life level, literally 2 or 3 days, I normally get one character to 60. The hunting level normally takes me right about 3 weeks to get the hunting level 60 for each character. You know, so those are pretty quick and easy. Now, I already know how to do them because I've gotten 5 characters to hunting level 60 and 6 characters to life level 60. So I did, because someone brought this up, I was like, well, let me try it. I haven't even tried it. So something new for me, something that I wanted to try this out and see how it would work. But again, these kind of point values I'm looking at are not nearly the kind of point values I'm getting, you know, when I was doing those other level 60s. So I'm thinking this is probably going to take a really long time for me to get to 60. So, and it's something I'm definitely not prepared to do right now. Especially since, wow, you know, it may take a few months, but maybe it would take only 3 or 4 weeks, possibly. But again, I would probably have to start a new character from scratch who hasn't done any quests, do the entire quest line. I honestly don't know. But at least, like, again, my whole point was just to show you how the point values are calculated, so you can determine for yourself what route you want to take, which activities you want to do over and over again that are fun for you, because the whole point is for you to enjoy your game. You play your game your way, but at least now you know how to figure out which of the activities that you enjoy are going to give you the biggest bang for your buck or the largest adventure XP values, so you know those are the ones that you want to do on a regular basis as you're working toward adventure level 60. But again, calculating the point values doesn't really matter that much for the leveling quests, because you're only going to do each of those once. Although you may want to see, just because I'm one of those kind of people, I will kind of see like, okay, well, how many points do I get for this? How many points? Because I'm still going to be tracking my progress as I go along. It's just not as important to really get refined numbers for each little quest you do in that, because you're not going to go back and do that same quest again. But it never hurts to just pop this up and be like, okay, I'm almost level 33 now, or whatever, you know. At least track your progress, and it always makes me feel better. And I'm sorry, I have never taken a character to adventure level 60. I have never attempted to take a character to adventure level 60. From what I'm seeing so far, it would probably take me at least a few weeks, but possibly even a couple of months or more to get to adventure level 60. So we're not going to see that in this video. But again, I have given you examples, shown you where you can find your XP source, so you can decide for yourself which things you want to shoot for, and showing you how to do the XP value calculations the same way I showed you in the hunting video and the life level video, so that you can figure out for yourself. A little extra bit of video to add to the end here, because I thought about it afterward. This is my brawler, who I did show you. As you can see, she has adventure level 32. I've been playing her for a few years. She is my main character because I love brawlers as my main. If you're a solo player, I highly recommend you try out the brawler. I love my brawlers. But she's only adventure level 32. If you look at her quest log, the only red main story quest she has not done is that Grotto of Lost Souls, which does not currently even exist in the game. They took it out. They need to remove it from this quest log because we can't do it. It's not achievable. And I don't do multiplayer dungeons because I'm a solo player. But you can see I have done every other main story quest in the entire game. Let's see. There we go. Okay. I can actually see the whole world. You can see there are no red quests. I've done them all. There are no yellow quests. I've done them all. I can go on a daily basis and do reputation quests. And again, I recommend you do those on a daily basis. You figure out which ones you enjoy doing the most, or you figure out which ones, using the methods I've shown you, will give you the most points, however you want to do it. It's your game. You should enjoy your game. That's the whole point of the game. You have fun. But you can figure out your point values that are going to help you along your path towards level 60. And again, if you like doing Echoes of Aranea or Echoes of Arcana, whichever one you want to call it, I think we got 250 points for that one. I'm able to go into that twice a day. A reset scroll may allow you to go in again. I'm not sure. Give it a shot. You'll find out. Take quite a while, but again, if you're wanting to go for adventure level 60 and you don't mind that it takes quite a while to do it, you know, you figure out your own path how you want to do it. I've shown you the steps for how to figure out what your point values are going to be for each of your different activities that you're doing. And I have shown you your XP sources right over there to the right. But again, having done the entire red quest missions, done every yellow quest mission, I've done a whole lot of the reputation quests. I had mentioned earlier in Velika, where you can go to that one particular person and he gives you a whole bunch of yellow quests you can do so you can get that special cat, which again online I believe someone said that it's a different kind of cat now, like it's a leopard or a tiger or something now. I'm not sure. I might check that out later on a different character if I make a new one, because supposedly if you already have a character you're going to get the black leopard. You have to create a new character to be able to get that tiger or leopard or whatever it is. But she actually did all those reputation quests to get all those expensive items that she needed to get her black leopard. So she has it. That shows you right there she's done a whole bunch of reputation quests. And still, she's adventure level 32. So I'm sorry, unfortunately, I am not going to get any of my characters to adventure level 60. I do have my videos out there to show you how to quickly get to hunting level 60. I get each of mine. I've got 5 of them right now. Each of them got there in about 3 weeks each. I've shown you a life level video to get that shiny gold title. And typically, if I focus on one character, I get it over a weekend if there's an enchanting event going on, like a Stormcry enchanting event, which we have going on again now. And in my video, I actually showed me getting 3 of my characters all at the same time to life level 60 within 5 days while we had a Stormcry enchanting event going on. Those are all quick and easy, hunting and life level. From what I have seen over these past several hours that I've been testing out different methods of getting adventure XP, I would imagine it would take me a few months to actually get to adventure level 60. I may be wrong. If you push it and you get the right combinations of point values, because I wasn't able to test every single point value, you may be able to get to 60 within a month or two. I don't know. But again, I apologize. I'm not going to do it because it is way beyond the scope of what I really want to do for this video right now. It would take me entirely too long. So I have given you the methods for calculating your own experience points for each activity you do so you can lay out your own path for what you think is going to be best or easiest or quickest for you to get to adventure level 60 if adventure level 60 is your goal. Later on, if I do ever get a character to adventure level 60, I'll go ahead and probably do a quick video to show you, but again, right now, I'm not prepared to spend the next probably few months working on a video to get to adventure level 60. I've simply given you the tools so you can figure the things out for yourself that are going to get you to adventure level 60. Now, I will put a little caveat in here because I have been playing her for a few years. She'd actually completed the main quests and possibly most of the side quests before these 4 special levels existed. These have only existed for maybe a year or so, maybe a little longer than a year. It's kind of a new thing. And I don't know how much credit XP they gave her for the fact that she had already completed all those things. And because these didn't exist, I wasn't using any boosts or anything like that. So if you were to start a brand new character from scratch and have the Elite Gold boost going and the Special Adventure Level 2 boost going and working your way up all the red line quests and all the side quests at the same time, and then start working the reputation quests when you get done with those other ones, and maybe doing some Echo Arcanas and the world event that I showed you, you can do those and you'll get some adventure points. You may be able to push it in a month or two. I'm not sure. Again, I gave you the tools so you can set up your own path. So hopefully the information I have given you in this video has at least been useful if you plan on going for adventure level 60. So until next time, happy adventuring.